training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. First one, Travis. Undercut.
Block now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down, Broncos.
On the set.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch up. Ready.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 39.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Locked to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they... Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the ground, it's Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Here we go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
All day. 53's the Mike. 50.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
53.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Mike, 53. Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Let's go!
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on second down. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Lindsey. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. To throw in his lock. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
53's mine. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now a run with Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
55 is mine, guys. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Short. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. He can't hang.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
On 2nd and 7, Lock. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Check.
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, watch it. Check 37.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long.
152 fighter. Hey, Zoo.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey, I'm coming. 58, boys. 58's Mike.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Locke's throw caught by Sutton. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Every day, any day.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
56. Mott's 56.
Shoot.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 26. Lock now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike, 53. It's a slant. Watch the slant. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike. There you go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. There they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
At the 16-yard line.
Set. 60 or.
Trips.
Hey, orbit.
For number 30. Look out.
Go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They look to throw. It's Locke. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
56. Mike's 56. Here we go.
Now.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Bullock's kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. He completes this one to Mack. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike 55.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Check 45 to Mike. I got it. 45.
From the gun on 3rd down, Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
On the set. 53. Check 53. Here I come. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Set up.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Results in a 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
You don't want it.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. Because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. If people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Clock now to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Clock will try again on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Haskins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Geis alone in the backfield here, second and goal.
53, Mike. I got you, son. Nice look, small. 53's the Mike. 53.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. On third and goal, Haskins. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come up in an offset eye. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. 30 base.
55 to Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
Shoot.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now it's Lindsey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Running right, this is Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Redskins on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7.
45's the mic. Check, 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 check. Check, 45's the mic. Check, 45's the mic.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Ready? 45. Mike, 45. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Geis. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
From the 44, Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Geis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards, the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
On first down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. 53's Mike.
from the gun on third down. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Pick me up. Here we go. 45 the Mike.
They're going on fourth down. Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Third down, here's Haskins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Now Haskins on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Geis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Watch the slack, watch the slack.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike, 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins off to Geis on the screen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.